You say that we will form an alliance. Now, there are various different kinds of alliances you can form. We are not going to go into coalition. That is extremely clear, and if you want a good reason for it, take a look at what happened to the Lib Dems when they went into coalition. It was a disaster. The nearest we would come, and I think I have Nigel Farage's authority for this, the nearest we would come is to form what is called a confidence and supply agreement. And what that means is that a minority party will undertake not to bring down the government on a vote of confidence or on a budget bill, but it will do that in exchange for some commitment. And the sort of deal, obviously it depends upon negotiation, it would depend on the arithmetic and the numbers in the House of Commons. But if we were in a position to support a minority government, whether Labour or Conservative, through that sort of deal, we would want an immediate commitment to an in-out referendum on our membership of the EU and some other conditions attached to it. But what we might say is, give us the referendum that we want, a clear in-out referendum in, let's say, 6 months, and we will undertake during that 6-month period to support your government on confidence votes and not bring down the government. So that is the sort of deal. The last, you added something about if we were involved in that sort of arrangement, would there be negatives that would adversely affect our trade? I honestly can't see why it would adversely affect our trade. We are the largest, when we leave the European Union, we will be the largest customer and the largest net customer in the world, bigger than America on current trade figures, bigger than any other country. We are the biggest customer of the continent. They will want to maintain that business. Those smart guys in Munich still want to sell us their BMWs. They're not going to say, oh, you've got UKIP involved in an agreement in Westminster, so we're not going to sell you those cars anymore. If they want us to buy their cars, they'll have to buy our cars, and that trade will continue just as it would have before. So I don't really see where this negative is coming from that you're mentioning.
Roger, it was the reverse trade I was talking about, exporting our goods abroad.
Well, that was what I was talking about too.
Yeah, you were talking about us buying BMWs and bringing them over here.
Yeah, but you're concerned about exporting British goods to the. You're concerned about exporting British goods to the continent. If they put any controls on our goods going to the continent, we could do them far more damage because we buy more from them than they buy from us. So there is an enormous commercial, quite apart from, I mean, if you look at the European treaties, they're not in a position to, and you look at the World Trade Organization, they simply cannot put import controls in place. So I don't think the question arises.